trap set by the federal government explodes in a rural part of Pocatello, killing a family dog and hurting a 14-year-old boy. Now the family wants answers. 6 on Your Side's Lacey Darrow joins us with tonight's big story.
According to the Humane Society of the United States, an M44 or cyanide trap is a spring-loaded bait that is tamped into the ground, and when triggered, a lethal dose of cyanide sprays into the air. The device is intended to kill coyotes, but this time it ended up triggering on a 14-year-old boy and his dog.
Couldn't even talk about it at first because my child was 6 inches from instant death.
Mark and Teresa Mansfield say their son Canyon went out into their field near Pocatello to play in their nearly 40 acres with his dog Casey. That's when he saw something that looked like a sprinkler head in the nearby BLM land, so he went over to examine it.
You know, being a typical kid, touched the sprinkler head, and when he touched the sprinkler head, it popped up. It was like a big loud noise because I could hear it in my house, and orange fumes went all over him and gas shot out.
The gas got in Canyon's eye and on his body, so he immediately dropped to the ground and started rolling in the snow.
My dog was downwind, and so my dog breathed it in.
It was later discovered the device expelled cyanide into the air. It's part of a federal cyanide trap placed by the Department of Agriculture intended to kill coyotes. But this time, it wasn't a coyote that got a hold of it. While Canyon was badly shaken from the incident, for the family dog, the incident was lethal.
Basically, our dog suffocated from the inside out. That's what cyanide does. It's like the worst death you could ever have.
A statement from Wildlife Services says signs and other warnings are posted to alert pet owners, and that M44s are not placed on property without a request or the permission of landowners. But this was BLM property, not private. Teresa says they had no idea there were cyanide traps placed just about 500 yards from their family home.
That's what they claim, that there are signs. There are no signs. I have sent out an email to almost every single neighbor out here. And everyone has said, no one has mentioned it, no one has sent a letter, no one has ever seen a sign, and there are no markings up there. The guy claims there are, but he's lying.
While the Mansfields say they don't know the long-term effects that Canyon may face from being exposed to the gas, what they say they do know is something needs to change, and fast.
I want my neighborhood and my family to be safe.
I want to make a stance so this doesn't happen to anyone else.
This incident involving an M44 is not the first documented case of a family pet being killed by such a device. At least 2 more dogs have reportedly been killed by M44s, including one in Utah back in 2006 and another in Texas in 2011. Just last year, several groups filed suit against Idaho's Wildlife Services over the use of the device. The complaint says Wildlife Services are violating EPA rules by using it.